Well, it's cold here in the Pacific Northwest. Wow. We just got hammered with snow yesterday, March 2nd. Today's March 3rd. And we got about almost 2 feet. And today it hasn't snowed, but brr, is it cold. I've been keeping my hood on and staying all bundled up here in the shop and the reason why is because that Homelite WIZ, or not WIZ, it's just a plain old WIZ gear drive. I'm doing a restoration on. She was somewhat seized up. The piston cylinder were fine, but then that told me that the lower bearings were having issues. The needle bearing was fine, but the one ball bearing on the side was all corroded up. So with some penetrating lube, it freed up, but I'm going to see about getting a new bearing. And since I had the saw torn down to pieces, and I had 2 cans of this blue paint, I went ahead and got some primer and some clear and decided, you know what, we'll do a restoration on her. And so far it's coming out really good, better than the first 2 I've done. The 770 GS and the 420, this is actually coming out even better. So I'm being more patient on this one. I'm just taking more time on it. Just kind of letting everything, doing a more detailed job. I want to see what the best I can do with the rattle can. And plus, it's really cold out, so that's not helping my paint. But what I've been using is a heat gun to warm things up. So instead of just babbling on, let's show you guys what I've accomplished so far. As you can see, my bench is a disaster, but we've gotten it down all the way to the bare crankcase. Basically, I'm doing the exact same restoration I did on this bad boy, taking it all the way down to the crankcase. I'm gonna replace the bearing, or that one bearing on the side. The needle bearing on this side's fine. The cylinder is pretty decent on the inside. It's just got old fuel varnish built up on it, but the piston's is good enough to use. I'll clean it up real good. Got all the bolts and hardware soaking in acetone. I'll probably leave those for, I don't know, probably over the weekend. But the bearing I'm going to replace is the one on this side of the crank. You guys can see right there. Just go to the local bearing store and have them send me one, or make me one, or hopefully they'll have one on the shelf. So anyhow, we got some parts waiting to be painted here. I've gotten a bunch of parts blasted already, and we're making decent progress. There's a couple parts here that need to be blasted. Just taking a little breather. I figured, you know what, I'll make a video because that's kind of what my channel's for, is videoing my progress. So here you guys go. Here are the finished parts right here. And I did some detail work. I'm kind of wanting to make this saw look a little more fancy, so did a little detail work on there. And the blue is just so much easier to spray than the red. Red and yellow, just for whatever reason, are always a pain in the rear to spray, but this blue is, I've found, if you just stack it real thick, it actually will stay the same color and work out pretty darn well. So what I've been doing is usually 2 good coats of primer. I've done just 1 really heavy coat of the blue, and then 2 to 3 coats of clear. This saw more than likely will not be ran. I may run it. It's just the clear I'm using is just my typical duplicolor clear. As this saw here is it's a smaller saw. It's really no different than the 420. You might just say it's a later model. I think the 420 is earlier than this one, but I believe they're the same cubic inch, 4.9 cubic inch. So we might see about getting this one running. We'll just run it. We won't cut any wood with it. But anyhow, so there you guys go. This is going to be part 1, Homelite WIZ Restore, part 1. I'm looking for a bar. I'm thinking I'm gonna get a 36-inch roller nose for it, convert it to 404, as I can do that. So I'll probably be into this saw for about $300 total, which won't be too bad. I got it sent to my door for $75, and then the parts I'm gonna need are probably gonna total about $130. Not including hardware, not including if I decide to change out hardware. Stickers will be somewhere around 30 bucks, but they're going to be vinyl coated, so they'll be fuel oil resistant just like these ones right here. And then it's just time, lots of time, and I'm getting a little more detailed on this one. I'm going to go ahead and paint these silver, as it'll match the lettering that I did on that side cover over there. So we'll go with the silver on these, and then the rest is just going to be blue. That handle's all blue, this handle cover's blue, this is blue, that'll be black, and then this is going to be blue here, and I might go with silver on those letters. I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm going to do. Like I said, it'll look good either way, and the stickers have white lettering, so I'm gonna have to be careful with how much detail work I do, because then it might not match, but I'm not too concerned about it. It'll look good either way. So, well, there you guys have it. This is part 1, and we'll see how much I get painted today. I'm gonna work on painting these caps, and then I'll get to work on painting the rest of this, and probably just be blasting and painting as I go. So, we'll see how this all goes, guys. So, stay tuned for the next one as we add another saw to the collection. See ya.